Hi guys, it's Kristin with APokreations, and I'm so excited because I finally got my wax. I had ordered some through, and because they don't ship to APO, I had to wait for it to go through my APO box to send it to me out here where I'm at. So I got some wax. I got the Wick Centering Tool Pro. They sent me some wicks as a free gift, and my ToAuto wax melter. So this is a super tool for those of us that have craft rooms that are not, you know, I say stove friendly. Like I don't have a burner here. I guess I could probably do it in my kitchen, but then I couldn't videotape it or do whatever. So I thought, you know what? I love making candles. I make wax melt so I can use them in my office. And this is just so uber convenient because it's like an all-in-one. So it plugs in. And the one that I got was, for an American plug. So it's 120, but they do make them, I believe, for, well, here's the instructions. And it looks like maybe German. So I'm sure that they make them, yep, in Deutsch. So they make them 220 as well. And yeah, right here. So I have some wax that I had left over from another pour that I made. And then I have this, it's hemp coconut soy container wax. And I have my beautiful containers that I made out of the Bond Crafter. I don't know why I said it that way. Probably because I'm seeing how you actually spell it while I'm speaking. So I made this out of the Bond Crafter casting powder. Sorry, I had a brain cramp there because I pronounced it Craftor again. And so I thought, you know what, this will be a perfect time to do this. So I am going to seal these, and when I do, I am going to, once they dry, because I'm going to put the varnish on them, once they dry, I am going to make one of these into a candle. And while that one is drying, I am going to make this into a candle. Now this one I made out of Eco-Pour, Apex Resin Eco-Pour. So I have already sealed these, and now I'm going to make a candle while the other ones dry with the varnish on them. So I'm going to put my wax in there, but this thing, I have to show you, this thing is so cool. It holds like pretty much any size, like, unless, you know, it's like super uber huge. So you put your thing on there, your vessel, and then you lock that, you lock that down to whatever size it is to make sure that it's centered. Let me just make sure. Oh, hang on, because this one's kind of round. All right, and then you take your wick, if I can get them open. I know I'm like a kid at Christmas. And these are the Eco cotton wicks. It doesn't have any of that, it doesn't have that metal, the little metal core in there. But anyway, so this will automatically center. And even if you want to put it somewhere else, look. And then you have this tool, and this sits over here. and it will make sure that it keeps your item centered. Plus, it tells you what diameter your container is to know that you are using the proper wick size. So you want to make sure that you get a proper wick for the container that you're using, or you can not use this and just put it in there. Like if this was a little bit bigger, I could maybe do a 2 wick. Or if it was bigger than that, like maybe if it was like this size, I would do a 3 wick. So it just really depends on what you're doing as far as what you're making, but you need to make sure that you get the right size wick for your container. I had this whole thing at home. It's like a big bullseye, and it tells you what size wick you need, and you put your container on there and you see which one it measures out to, kind of like this, but it's on a piece of regular legal paper, standard size paper, and it tells you exactly what size, what diameter your container is, so that way you are ensuring that you have either the adequate wick or the number of wicks that you will need so it burns properly. Okay, so I'm getting off my candle making soapbox now, and I will be right back with you when I have put the rest of my wax in and turned on my cooker. Okay, before I actually start melting this wax, and this, I don't know if I said it already, but it's the hemp cocoa soy wax from Makesy. And I also got deluxe satin soy wax, virgin coconut soy wax, and pure palm paraffin wax. It's a little bit sturdier than regular paraffin wax, but with the palm wax in it, it makes the fragrance a lot better. And the other thing that I got from Makesy was this fragrance sampler. And so I am going to put some blue jasmine and royal fern in here when it gets set up. Also, I was talking about wicks earlier, and I have gotten these at Boowan Nicole, and I've also gotten the little wick clips, but the ones that I have right now are from Makesy, and they're a company out of Irvine, California, and it's just a clip, and sometimes I put 1, sometimes I put 2, depending on the diameter of the candle. But I love the way that these wooden wicks crackle. And what's really nice about this is it still works, and it still allows you to center it. So, perfect. And I might just leave that one in there. Okay. Whoops, probably if I take the lid off, right? Now I am only going to be pouring about half of this in here. Because, and I don't recommend using this container. Okay, so I switched it over because it's super hot. You cannot use these plastic cups. I don't know what I was thinking. Look, I know. Yeah, I plead the fifth on that one. So I am using a silicone cup. There is 6 ounces of wax in here. And the only thing is these these little things of, I got wax under my fingernail. These little things of fragrance, it's too hot anyway to put the fragrance in. I am using the blue jasmine and royal fern. Smells heavenly. Like, oh, I just want to wipe it all over me. It's going to be amazing. And then whatever wax is left over, I'm sorry, I'm just cleaning this off because when I tried to pour it with the lid still on it, you know, it didn't work and it got all over the lid. So I'm just cleaning as I go, you know, just like when you cook. So anyway, sorry, I digress. I got squirreled. What I am going to do is, I haven't used the matte mold. Of course, they're all dusty. I haven't used the matte molds for the squishies. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use these and make little tarts for my boss, because she's got a tart warmer in her office because we're not allowed to have open flame. Don't tell. And I thought I could make a paw print and a fish, because I still have that one, although I have to clean it out. But yeah, so I thought, you know, you can use any kind of silicone mold. And how cute would a wax melt be if it was in the shape of a paw? I'm just saying. Like, who doesn't love paw prints? Okay, it has cooled down enough, and I am going to put this whole thing in there. Yeah, I ordered a bunch more scents off of Amazon. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave this here so the oil that's left in it can smell up my craft room. So yeah, so once it's cooled down and you put the fragrance in, just stir it in. Make sure it's all good to go. And I have this to put my stick on because it's backing from the transfer tape. Oh, wow. I guess 6 ounces is not even going to fill this, but you know what? It's for me, so. And I still have plenty of wax left. I just got to see what other fragrances I have. Okay, so I have poured the candle. I'm waiting for that to cure. And I have also poured, I mixed up some more wax in my cup, and I poured 3 paw prints and a little, actually what I did was I poured 2 paw prints, a fish, and then another paw print, and then what I had left. So yeah, so I can't wait. And I have some baggies that I plan on putting them in, so that way I can bring them into work tomorrow. See what she thinks. I'll be back when these are all cured up. Okay, these are all cured up. So let me get my scissors and cut the wick. And what I really like about this is that this is almost the perfect size, so I can make another one. Or where did I put my, oh, right here. So this one right here, perfect size. So all I need to do is put a clip in there and boom, we're set. The other thing I wanted to show you was to get the So like, I don't know if you can see, but right here, there's a little gap where it dried. Same on the other side. And it could very well be because of the way I poured it. But sometimes you'll get little dimples, or, you know, if the wax cooled too quickly or didn't heat up right. And all you need to do, here, let me move these wax melts so I don't melt them, is you take this, take your heat gun, and melt the top of the wax. And you don't have to melt very much of it. You just melt the top portion of it until you see that the whole thing has liquefied from all sections. And then just kind of push it so you get it evened out. And then you let it cool down again. And it will be perfectly, I say symmetrical, but obviously it's going to be, oh, it's time for bed, guys. So, but it'll be perfect. And it will be all ready for gift giving or burning or whatever it is that you're going to do with it. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let me put the lid back on here. And let me show you my adorable wax melts. So now I've got a fish. Hold on, I'm going to put this piece of paper towel down. And I will say though, if you use these for candle making, you got to make sure that you wash them out with, I use a lint-free cloth and dishwasher soap, you know, like Dawn or Palmolive or whatever. And then they'll be good to go for resin or, oh goodness, resin or squishies or whatever it is that you're going to make. But wouldn't you just love to get, oh, I got a piece of glitter, a wax melt in the shape of a paw? Is that not adorable? Well, that one's got a little nick on it because I flopped it out of my thing. And then I've got the little one, and I'm actually going to put this one in a cup so I can remelt the wax and then add it to, hopefully, if you've got the same fragrance, you know, if you make that fragrance again, you can just label the cup with whatever the fragrance is and you'll be solid. But yeah, so that is my candle making tutorial. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. I actually have an affiliates code for the wax melter. If you guys would like to purchase that, it'll be in the description below, and the website where I get the wax. And I will make sure that I put the Boowan Nicole link in there. Unfortunately, I don't have a code for them, but there's a lot of other crafters out there that do. So, and then the Makesy, which is where I got the wax from. But you can get the chips or whatever. There's hundreds of different companies that you can go to get whatever kind of wax you want, and then the fragrance. So that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will put the QR code for the Buy Me a Coffee over on this side, and the QR code for my YouTube subscription over on this side. If you guys could like, comment, share the video, subscribe if you're not already, I would really appreciate it. I am trying to get my channel to grow, and any help that you guys could give me is much appreciated. I love all of you, and have a blessed day. I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.